What's up, people, and welcome back to the Film Business Show. I am Zane Lucky Hampton, and today we're getting into a unique episode. This is something that I think is very, very helpful to the indie filmmaker. It's something that I do more often than I'd like to, but it is something that we have to deal with. So please like and subscribe, follow us, comment in that comment section below. It really does help us out, and it just makes our life easier. Plus, if you have any questions, you want to add in, a certain topic, you want something done, let us know and we'll see what we can do about that. So without further ado, this is how to get a cast without a budget. All right. Now this is something that is more common than I wish it was. And this is something that is a lot harder to stomach for the filmmaker than a lot of people are willing to give credit. Most people, and it just happens a lot on these websites, a lot on these forums, a lot on these groups, when you have a gig that is unpaid because you're putting the money into a different aspect of the film, because you either want to make it more practical, you want to put more money into the making of it, or more money into where you really should be putting it, which is the marketing of it, and you just can't afford to pay no names really too much, or if anything at all. Sometimes it really is that tight. Most people are saying you should wait and save up, and once you have a budget and once you have all the money, then you go out and hire these people. Here's the fact, right? Here's just a slap of truth and a hard pill to swallow. Most people that have money and that have saved up their money for their movie are not going to hire you. It just is what it is. They're going to hire somebody that has a lot of work to their name. So it will actually, if that happens, the more common that happens, the less that new actors are going to have an opportunity. It is already pulling teeth to get anywhere in the industry as an actor. Anybody that's an actor and actress, as they come up, they will tell you how many auditions do they put out. Hundreds. How many actually say yes? How many actually even respond? How many of those products actually even get made? How many of those projects actually succeed and go anywhere besides just 4 or 5 views on YouTube? With a world that is so full of content, it is so difficult to be seen, to be recognized. To add in that factor is just going to make it even harder, because I'm sorry, it's just not how it works. It is very, very difficult. You're either in the right place at the right time, you've been to the right school, you've been to know the right people. There's got to be something that lines up for you. And for those of us that are outside of that, which is a large majority of us, we don't have that. So when you are making a movie and when you are doing this, your promise and your job is to make the product. That's what your job is. When you are making something, you're the filmmaker, you're promising these actors that they are going to have something at the end of this, especially if you are not paying them. This is where IMDb credit does come in very helpful, because it shows that they've done work. It's something that other employers can look at and see their track record and see their stuff. And if the film does well, they can actually see it go somewhere, right? This is also something that you really want to promote with your film, that I'm just going to jump in so I don't forget, is that when you're getting your casting members, make them aware that they should be sharing the film when you're posting it, because them sharing it to their people and them sharing it as it's going on will get it to gain views. And the more views that it gets, especially if it's out there for free, the better it is for both of you. You've already done the work, so you might as well do it. The one thing that really sucks about working with some of these actors and actresses is that they do the work, they didn't get paid for it, or if they did, they got paid very minimal, and then they don't promote the work that they did. They expect it all to be on the filmmaker, and the filmmaker's only one person. The more people that share it, the more people that put it out there, the better chance it has of actually being seen. And if it becomes recognizable, this is for both people. It's for the filmmaker and for the actors and actresses and the crew members. The more people that see this film and the bigger it gets and recognition it gets, the better chance it has of actually getting you a job. Because then when you go to get a job and you go to be on a set and they say, hey, who have you worked with? Especially when you're going to an agent and they say, what movies have you done? If they see one that they recognize, that will probably get you the job. So just think about that kind of thing. You should be moving in that direction. You're trying to get a job. That's what this whole process is. That's what making a movie without a budget is you were trying to do the job in order to get the job, right? As an actor, as an actress, you're trying to act in as many student films and projects and short films and short content, indie cinema, to get an actual job and be in studios and be a Marvel actor, actress, all these things. Be smart. Don't jump onto a project that you don't believe in, especially not if it's for free. But you want to be into content. You want to be in something that's going to be out there. So with casting without a budget, the biggest thing you should use is you're going to reach out to Facebook groups, different forums, Craigslist, Backstage, All Casting. There's a bunch of different places that you can reach out for these kind of things. When you get these actors and actresses, I've already done an episode where I talk about the auditioning process. So if you want to learn more about that, go back there and check that one out, because it gives more detail onto what to do and what not to do and all that kind of stuff. But those sources are where you can get actors and actresses. Plus, the biggest thing is when you're putting out a casting call, give them all the information up front. First thing it should say, the title, what it is, paid or unpaid, then the location, then what you need. Okay? That's what it is. Because some people, when they look at it and they say, oh, it's a movie called Match and it's a lesbian romance. Not interested. Okay? That's just how some people are, where they're just going to say, oh, no, I'm not interested. I'm not going to do it. Okay? All right. No, it's all right. They don't want to do it. If they say yes, then they look down and they say unpaid. That turns off a lot of people right there. They're like, no, I'm not going to jump on it. Okay, you just weeded out so many different people that were going to do nothing but waste your time. Then you put below there the location and then what you're looking for. I'm looking for these two actresses and I need a third one for this, blah, 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 whatever it is. Here's the age groups, here's their character descriptions, and then throwing in a picture or poster or whatever, even a proof of concept will be very helpful as well. You're just trying to show that either you've done it or that you're taking it serious, that it is professional. You should be professional. That's what this is. You're trying to make a product. You would not be trying to get a job and doing a half-assed job on that job. And then looking at the guy who you were trying to get to hire you and being like, can I have the job? It doesn't make sense. If it makes money, it makes sense. It has to be logical. So make it logical. Think ahead. Think as if you were the one hiring, especially if you are the one hiring. Now, when it comes to also casting, you're going to give them the content. Okay, if it is for free, you are going to give them at least their scenes so they can put it in their reel. That's how they get a job. I can't tell you how many people I've heard where the filmmakers hold on to it like they have contracts and money, and like a major studio is trying to hide this, project, so they can't release anything because this person might post a picture about it and then people will know what it is. You're not in Hollywood, dude. You're not in Hollywood. Stop jerking off, okay? You're film masturbating. Let it go, okay? Stop that. That is their payment. That is what they're there for. Give them their scenes, give them their stuff, especially if they ask for it. And talk to them, have communication. Let them understand how the process is going. Sometimes the process is extremely long. Sometimes it takes a whole year to get this film together because it was that difficult. But they can be getting their scenes, or they can get something that they can use for their demo reel that is not going to tell your whole story and your whatever. You can even choose and say, hey, we want to come in and just pick a certain couple of scenes that you think will work best for your stuff, and then you can send it out that way if you're really having that hard of a time about it. But honestly, that's how they're going to get their next job. You wouldn't want to wait an entire year for the proof of work that you did that could have gotten you a job, right? That's not fair. That's not cool. Don't do that, okay? You're not on that level. If you have a name and you're Chris Helmsworth, that's a very different story. People see his work all the time. They don't need to see, what his next role was to get him a job. That dude's already up there. He's making shit work. You are not that person. You're neither the person working with him or that actor. So don't play that game. You're not hiding shit. Honest to God, most people don't give a fuck. It's just how it is. So now you're hiding something that they don't fucking care about. Instead of letting these people produce and promote some of the work that could get you recognized, because they say, holy shit, she was in a movie that looks really, really cool. That's some cool behind the scenes stuff. I can't wait to see that when it comes out. And then when it comes out, they're like, holy shit, I remember that. That's going to be fucking awesome. They watch it. They say, dude, you got to see this. This fucking movie was the shit. I saw this thing back when they filmed it in September. Oh my God, you've built up a whole story and you've gotten somebody to promote your content for free. But no, you were hiding it because you thought you were Hollywood. You're not Hollywood. Cut the shit. Stop masturbating. So that is the best way that I have figured that you can make casting with no budget. It really is to reach out with a professional demeanor, also using friends, also building up a relationship with these actors and actresses. Especially if you're a filmmaker with your own gear and your own stuff, you can build up a film family with them where if they need something done, go and shoot their audition tape for them. Go and help them out. Go and shoot something that maybe they say, hey, I want to show off my singing, or I want to show off this. Would you film this? Or you can even offer, you say, if you need anything, let me know and I'll come and shoot your headshots for you. it builds that kind of rapport and that kind of relationship to where they will come and help you out later on. And you're all trying to make it anyways. So what's the harm in going out of your way to help somebody who's helped you, or help somebody that may later help you, or just helping somebody? I mean, that could be cool too. But, you know, for the sake of argument, let's say you just need something and you're going to need something down the road. That's the way to get that done. You can work together to make things happen. It's all about that networking 101. Finding these people that you can work with. Your two directors, it's not going to work. Your director and you're an actor, it's going to work. It's going to work. So that is the best process to go. Be respectful of the cast members' time also. Don't extend them for ridiculous long days or ridiculous amount of days, okay? If they're coming down, especially if they are coming down from a long distance, always feed your cast members. That's a big thing. So feeding the cast, make sure there's food there. Because if there's food there, that'll really help fucking everything out, okay? Pizza, best friend for a filmmaker. It really is. Just Little Caesars, throw that shit down. It's going to work out. And people are going to be really, really happy about it, okay? But with your film, you want to not only feed your people, but be respectful of their time. If you can, spare gas for those that are traveling very far. And also, be sparing on their time. If they have to work the next day and they have to have all this blood effect on them, get those blood things out of the way, or as fast as you can. As soon as they do, wipe them up. Don't have them just sitting in it because they're not going to show up to work and they're going to be pink. Okay? Try to be respectful of the stuff. Sometimes you will, and you give your actors as much notice as possible. Me, around a minimum, what I do is it's about a month to about 4 or 3 weeks in advance of any project I'm doing is about the minimum of where I'll hit. Unless it's like a flash of the pan, hey, there's this festival that I want to, experiment with, and I have my core people that I will reach out to for something like that. But if it's going to be a film project that's going to be used for something that I'm really planning it, I'll give people 3 months in advance and then check up on them as we get forward and closer and closer. It gets it in their head. They take it serious. It's more professional, and you avoid a lot of problems like that. It doesn't just come out of nowhere. Do these things. Show respect for these cast members. Show respect for everybody else. Don't make a Facebook post on the same day saying, hey, I want to make a movie today, or hey, we need an actor because this one dropped out, so we're just going to, we're over here. You lose out on that shit. You got to get people that you can trust. You got to get people that you can build. You got to people that you can work with. So you test these people as you move forward, but as you move forward, you give them a reason, and a reason is they see that you've done this. They see that you do this, or you did succeed with them. You got them the product. You got them the stuff. It worked. It was well. You had fun. Everything worked out. You've built up a rapport that is visible to outside entities, outside people. People can look and see the products that I do and see what I make. And that way, when I post on the casting call for a movie, they know that movie's going to get made. 9 times out of 10, the movie gets made. If it doesn't get made, it just didn't work out, and they understand it because it's the film industry. This is how it is. So casting without a budget is just proving that you can do the product, that you're going to respect them and their time and their efforts and what they're doing, and that you're also going to make the product for them. And sometimes that is better than money. I know it might be hard to understand, but having the product and having it done and having it something that's quality can get your career somewhere. Having that extra $600, but the project went absolutely nowhere because it was done by somebody who really didn't give a shit because they were just using whatever money, or it just didn't work because you know what they're doing, or whatever the case was. If it doesn't go anywhere, yeah, you got $600 and you can say, well, I did that one that didn't have anything and it didn't get $600. But chances are, the one that you got paid for, you didn't get a very big role and you didn't get a very big say, and it kind of was a closed room as far as that whole thing was concerned. But most of the time, when you do go for these projects that these filmmakers are working their asses off and it's for nothing, you can work with them and they're more open and they might be willing to give you more of a shot and let you shine a lot brighter than those other ones. I already said, if I had a bunch of money, I wouldn't be picking a no-name. I'd be picking somebody I either knew or I'd be picking somebody that had a reputation. And so that actor, that actress is not most people that are sitting on those Facebook websites and sitting in the very back of all casting and backstage. So just have that in mind. Casting without a budget is just being respectful and building up people that you're working together, and hopefully you're going to get somewhere. And you can do this by just being a good person and doing what you say you're going to do. That's how it works. I hope that was helpful. I hope that wasn't too confusing. I get punched a lot in the head, as if you can see some of the other videos I do. I get punched a lot, so we have some hit or miss, We'll see what it is. Put in the comments, let me know what you think. If you have any questions or if you have any comments, concerns, whatever, you can send it there and we can see it and we can respond. Maybe make some changes and bring up some new topics. So we'll see what you guys say. But thank you for watching the Film Business Podcast. You can follow us at Danger Dog Productions, YouTube, Facebook. You can also follow us on dangerdogproductions.com, where you can get merchandise and put some cool stuff in the Danger Dog bowl. He will love you for that. He really loves those treats, and he loves toys. He even really likes Christmas sweaters. He'll even wear them in June. Pretty cool, huh? All right, everybody. I hope that was helpful. Thank you again for watching. Catch you on the next one.